Hi, welcome to the final part of the design process. I'm sure you have really enjoyed part 1 and part 2. If you haven't, I will put the links in bio. Please watch it before you watch this, and let's get to it. From the thumbnail, I'm sure you have a clue that we are going to be discussing online shopping with Black Friday around the corner. Black Friday basically is just the beginning of the shopping season. So that means you can still use this information throughout your shopping season experience into December and the new year, but you can buy fantastic gifts for people. So today I'm going to show you production mostly. How I produce clothes, the processes I go through thinking about sizing and things like that. For example, this dress I'm wearing, I'm sure you've seen it in my social media pages and my website, and you can see it fits me, but you can see the model on the picture is slimmer than I am, so that also tells you a lot about sizing and thinking about that aspect. So let's watch the next couple of minutes and I hope you enjoy yourself. See you in a bit. I decided to use Kanga for my ready-to-wear collection because I thought it would bring out the concept I wanted to do for the pandemic. It is a limited edition fabric, and also the clothes I was intending to make were going to be limited edition pieces, so it fell right into my theme. I will cover more about fabrics in another episode. So just for this one, I've decided that I'll just make it a very brief talk about the fabric. After deciding on the fabrics, I matched each fabric with the design that I thought would best go with the fabric. And so this is basically the selection of what I picked. I decided on 3 pieces per size. So in the next clip, I will show you how I did the sizing. These are my envelopes where I put patterns of different sizes. So you can see there's small, medium, large, and extra large. And this is the sizing I decided to use. So because all the clothes for this specific collection I'm focusing on are relatively the same shape, they're all going to have the same sizing. So if you read the measurements, you'll find that they're relatively the same. The main thing that will change is maybe the length. But I have patterns of every size, and you can see even some of them are protruding off the envelope. So this is basically the result of the designs. You can see the sketch, you can see the fabric selection, and you can see the result of the outfit. I made a sample size first, which was my size small. Then I used that to see how it looks like on a model so that I can be able to know if I need to modify anything for the other sizes. But generally, this is what it looks like. You need to wear fitted clothes when you are taking measurements so that you take your body measurements, because that's what you'll need when you are shopping online for clothes. And then you will need your waist, bust, and hips. Those are usually standard on all size charts. Then there are usually additional measurements that are taken depending on the design of outfit you're shopping for. For example, skirt length, dress length, top length, sleeve length, bicep, your crouch, your inside leg. There are very many measurements you take, but I just said to show you a few of the ones you need. The metric size chart is a guideline designers use to be able to estimate their own size charts. So as you can see from the other pictures that I have put here of different size charts, they're generally not the same. There are variations in their sizing. The bust, waist, and hips have variations. So when shopping online, ensure that you know your size according to that designer. Always check the model wearing the outfit in the photo. Some websites will give you the measurements of the model, bust, waist, hips, even the size they're wearing, including their height. Always counter check that information. As you can see, for my models, for this specific shirt I made, I used models of the same height, which is about 5'7", and then they were wearing the same shirt, but they're two different sizes. One is extra large and one is small. But the idea was for people to see how the shirt fits on different size people so that they can make an informed decision. So this is the end of this segment about online shopping. I hope the tips I've given you have been very, very useful. Fashion tends to have the highest returns when it comes to online shopping, and I just thought that there are some things, if I point out, would help have a better shopping experience when you're buying your clothes online and to reduce the need for having to return clothes. I left out a few things like checking the fabric quality and all that, but always check the reviews and always just take note of what other people are saying. And that's it. So this is the end of the design process. I'm sure you've enjoyed it, the 3 parts, and I'm sure you're seeing how useful the information is. This is really what the fashion industry is about. I know people are used to photo shoots, fashion shows. Those are more of marketing side of fashion, very fancy. A lot of people can't even afford to do them most times. But this is the main core of the fashion industry. Something that I probably didn't dwell on too much is you always have to think about your fabric, where you get it and how available it is and how many pieces you can produce with the fabric availability, because there are some fabrics that are limited edition, so you might not be able to buy a whole roll, or you might not be able to get it again if you go to the shop. So you have to really think about your whole production process. And sometimes it's advisable to use an easily available fabric, but with print it's very difficult to do that, because most prints are limited edition, especially African print fabrics like kangas and Ankara stroke kitenge. They are very limited edition, they don't print a lot of it, so sometimes you have to buy it in bulk. Because I design a lot with fabric in mind, I tend to buy what I think I will need for my production. But I can only do that because of how long I have been in the industry, and it's very difficult for someone who is new to figure that out, and especially when you're doing different sizes, because you'll notice that even with the dress I'm wearing, it looks exactly like it does on the slimmer model, and it's still the same piece of fabric because it's the same size. So you have to think about all those kind of things. Using plain fabric is always easier, and they're always brought in, so it's easily available. My advice is, if you're starting out, start with plain fabric, maybe embellish it in different ways to make it unique, and also to keep it consistent if it's a popular design. Print, it really needs a lot of research and a lot of work. So this is the end. Christmas is coming. I am planning to do vlogmas. My vlogmas is going to be a bit different than what vlogmas is supposed to stand for, but I'm going to focus on nice gifts you can give people who are sewists or designers or have a sewing hobby. I will do very short videos, probably 1 minute. If it goes a bit longer, maybe 2, just showing you every day for 25 days, showing you things you could get for somebody, and then I will probably see you in January after that. So look out for those videos. I hope I have your support. I think these ones will also be on Instagram because they're short enough. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I know I'm new to YouTube. I only came this year and I am very overwhelmed by the responses I'm getting. I know some of you don't watch consistently, but I know you'll eventually catch up. You'll have time because I'm going to take a break. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great holiday season.